How soon after the attack were you here?
I arrived to 8:30 in the morning.
So
9.
2 hours, 2.5 hours after it started. And what did you see for yourself?
I see what I need to do. I see my job.
Yemini for Rebel News in southern Israel on the way in a bulletproof van heading to Kfar Aza, one of the kibbutzim where Hamas terrorists infiltrated on October 7, going house to house, butchering and massacring, raping and kidnapping hundreds of Israeli civilians. We're heading here today to speak to one of the first senior fighters on the ground that day.
That was used by the Hamas to enter this kibbutz. This kibbutz itself also have seen several power glides that landed in the kibbutz itself.
That's a terrorist guy.
We're going to continue this way. You're in civilian attire, okay? So we don't know you. So God forbid I don't want somebody to get shot. So that's why we have to stick together. If there is a location you want to go and see, please come and tell us. Let me know so I can authorize it and somebody will come with you. Okay?
We are in the settlement near to Gaza. The settlement Kfar Aza have 800 civilian. It was Shabbat, Simchat Torah, a holiday. It's a beautiful day and every family is together. And you know what happened in 6:30 in the morning, and a brutalic attack of Hamas had arrived in this settlement and all the settlement that you see here, near to Gaza, until Sderot, Netivot, Ofakim. All the red spots that you see is the area the Hamas attack. The Hamas wasn't alone. He came here with vehicles, with machine guns, with motor bicycle, but with a lot of civilian. Gaza is 1 kilometer from here. They walk by feet. They murder, torture, rape, and even took off the heads of babies and of our soldiers. What stopped this attack? All the civilian armed in this settlement, the head of the settlement, like a really leader, go first. After this, the army and the police arrived here and together with the civilian, stop this horrible attack. After they came and killed all the family or shoot on everyone, women, little children, old men, the family gets inside the safety room and lock himself inside. The terrorists from Hamas burned the house. If you can see, you see that the safe house, the safe room, is normal. You don't see the fire inside. The civilian and the army and the police came after this, can arrive to the window and get outside each family very, very slowly. Because in this street that you see here, guns fights, missile, grenades, and it's not 1 hour. It's a really war. 48 hours in this street, you have a big mess. But with the bravery, they was very brave, the civilian, the police, the army, to stop this.
I know you keep calling it a settlement, but people probably reference the occupied settlements. That this is actually a village.
This is a kibbutz.
This is a village, so this is not a disputed territory. This is Israel proper. But a lot of people, friends and foes of Israel, they ask, how was it possible? How is it? I served in this particular kibbutz myself, and even when I was watching it, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I couldn't believe how they even got close to the fence, how they knocked the fence. How was it possible that so many terrorists were able to not only get so close to Israel, get inside of Israel and butcher so many Israelis in cold blood?
One, you have a good question. We have it too, but it's not this time to do it. We are going to ask this question after the war, after we are going to win. And we have now more than 2,000 of our people kidnapped in Gaza. 200. And we have 100 of missing children and families. And we continue to search when you and me are talking now. But I know one thing. On the terrorists, we found the ID. And some of the terrorists have the pass they can pass to Israel and work here. And like this, they know exactly where to arrive, what is our spot. But even this, they can imagine that the force of Israel, the civilian, and all the security can stop what they plan. Near one house, I found the father out from the room, and the family was inside, waiting to us. The father was out with a gun. All the magazine is over, and in his other hand have a knife. This is a father who rescued his family, and this is the bravery of Israel.
And there are a lot of people, even in Australia, who today will say, yeah, it may have been a bit bad, but it wasn't as bad as you're saying it was. It wasn't. It's just an excuse for Israel to go into Gaza and do what they've always wanted to do. What would you answer to those people, whether they were friends or foes of Israel?
I need to explain this photo. I know what my eyes saw.
How soon after the attack were you here?
I arrived to 8:30 in the morning.
So
9.
2.5 hours after it started. And what did you see for yourself?
I see what I need to do. I see my job.
If you think it's important for the world to hear from the first responders, especially senior first responders from the IDF who reclaimed this land from Hamas terrorists instead of just the Twitter experts who were sitting in the safety of their homes in Australia and Canada, make sure to like, comment, but most importantly, share it far and wide, because as we know, the mainstream media are painting these heroes as the devil. And then make sure to head over to thetruthaboutthewar.com, check out all our stories from the front line and share them with the world. And if you believe in our mission, please consider chipping in to help cover the cost at thetruthaboutthewar.com.